How we doing today, everybody? My name's Chris. This is...
Hey.
Yeah, it ain't hey. His name's John, or whatever he wants to go by. So, this is actually going to be first rough draft of our first episode on YouTube, doing political content. You know, reaching the masses out there that still seem to be asleep. Whether you be on the left, right, or in the middle, we here to set it straight. We got some touchy topics to talk about, and
very touchy. We're going to be talking today, first episode, about Tim Tebow. Yeah, Tim Tebow back in the NFL. Never thought it would happen, but it is.
He's back, man, after a decade. That's
decade.
Crazy. So, Colin, you ain't got much longer.
Yep. Well, till hell freezes over.
Once he hits that 10-year mark, he'll be back in. He'll be the next receiver. So I do want to ask you, we're fairly opposite when it comes to political viewing. So This is going to be new. So how do you feel about Tim Tebow being allowed back in the league?
Well, I don't really mind it.
You don't?
If he knows how to play, which, he wouldn't have made the team if he didn't know how to play.
Good point.
This ain't some political thing. I don't really see no politics in it.
I don't either, but I feel like it's going to get stoked that way.
There was some people that didn't like Tim Tebow, praising God the whole time he was in the league. But, it's his religion. It's just like baseball players. Every time they hit a home run, what do they do? Yep.
Straight up.
Yeah.
All glory to the man above. So I guess spiraling out of that, I could say, it would only be fair if, a former ball player was back in the league. And unfortunately, I feel like, being an outsider looking in, outside of doing your independent research or what have you, what you're going to see is, okay, well, they let a white man into the league instead of a black man.
Yeah, I've already seen some of that from the left. You got BLM very angry.
Oh, hell yeah.
They're mainly pushing the opposition, but there's no indication that his hire was anything racist. It's just Tim Tebow wanted back in the league, and he fought for it. He trained. He got a workout, and he did it. Now he's back in, and we'll see. We'll see what he does.
Now, see, with me over here, I'm glad Tim Tebow's back, but I'm not one of them people who are just like, oh, he was a great ball player. I say Tim Tebow was decent, just like I say Kaepernick was decent. As far as Tebow goes, I kind of feel like there's some strange behavior with Urban Meyer being Jacksonville's head coach. I feel like, he's going to be like, oh, well, I got to try him at QB. I got to. And I feel like it's coming, but, I don't want to wish Trevor Lawrence a short season or anything like that, but I just kind of feel like you're going to see Tebow at QB at some point this season.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited to see the trick plays they're going to pull. They're going to have it. Trevor Lawrence is going to go out for a pass. Tim Tebow going to throw. Who knows?
Hey,
Old Sunshine might make a few good catches.
Hey, what I'm seeing from Tebow, though, man, this dude is jacked. Tebow is, I'm sorry, but who in their right mind thought he could ever play QB? He does not have the build of a QB. He's, what was it I think I seen? 6'3", 250-something pounds. What?
Who knows? They might give what's that? Tom Brady and the Bucks a run for their money.
I don't know what's going on with Florida over this whole year, man, but it seems like Florida has become the spot of the USA. And prior to that, it was probably Los Angeles.
Of course, it's the home state of Donald Trump. No, I'm just kidding. Not a fan. Not a fan.
Makes sense. Hey, people want to see the money. They go where the money's at. The money's in Florida.
Yeah, with all the old people. No offense.
But like you were saying, giving Tampa Bay a run for their money. I'm just going to say it. I think Jacksonville and Miami are going to be the top dogs in Florida. I don't think it's going to have anything to do with Tampa.
Well, as much as I want that to be true, Tom Brady, he's old. He cheats. He's gonna make it back to the Super Bowl.
One way or another.
He got all the dirty tricks.
I can agree with that. That's for sure. Deflategate.
Yeah, if anybody knows about old deflated balls, it's Florida.
Oh, man.
Okay, all right, let's shift topic.
All right.
Okay, let's talk about Israel. Think it's going to be World War III? Is that where it starts?
Probably. No. Stems. Yeah. Starts from Israel. Starts in Israel because you don't pick on Israel. That's what I've always known.
Well, I mean, Palestinians are finding that out real quick. So, yeah, if you listen to the people that I listen to on the left, it's all, the poor Palestinians. The poor Palestinians are just getting massacred by the Israelis. Okay, so I like to be the moderate of the group. You see, Palestine, yeah, they have some grievances against Israel. You know, there was that whole thing with the mosque, where they raided the mosque.
I don't even think I know about that.
And you can't just go into somebody's place of worship, you know, and do what that's like, you know, someone going to some of the holy sites in Jerusalem and just blasting people. So I see where the Palestinians are coming from, but Hamas is like, they're just a terrorist organization through and through. So I don't blame the IDF for going after them. And Hamas is taking up shelter in places like hospitals and places where kids are living at. You know, that's just what terrorists do. You know, they hide behind children.
I kind of laughed. I feel bad.
Yeah, well.
I mean, it's true. I mean, for me, man, I pretty much where you at with Israel. I mean, it doesn't look good being American looking at this stuff. And it just kind of puts fear into me. Personally, I'm one of them people who I've grew up my whole life, and it's just like war's been normalized. And it's like, why is war such a very common thing in the Middle East? That's my approach when it comes to seeing this stuff. But also at the same time, I understand you're not necessarily going to talk about this after the fact. Let's just go ahead and rip each other to smithereens.
Well, I mean, you got to see where we come from. I mean, when we come to the United States after 9/11. So, I mean, I was born in 89. So, all I've known, you know, early 90s, you have the Gulf War. Then you have the invasion of Iraq. You have Afghanistan, the hunt for bin Laden, you know. This war's been going on for 20-something years. So, all the United States knows is war.
Mm-hmm. That's something that's really traumatized my generation, I could say. Not for the good.
I mean, but hopefully we'll get out of it because old Biden announced September 11th we're leaving Afghanistan. Yep.
All right, so what do you think happens on September 11th if we leave Afghani?
I mean, we leave Afghanistan. I mean, some terrorist group's going to take over again like they always do because you kill one terrorist, it just breeds another terrorist.
Damn, that's...
It's a never-ending cycle. You kill one person, their son's going to be mad. Like, we killed Osama bin Laden. Osama bin Laden's son's already rising up against the United States. Yeah. He's already talking about, you know, death to America and all this stuff. And last time I seen, he was like 10.
Mr. Obama Sama Lama, if you're hearing this, we have about 380 million people here. We all have them. Yes, I know you know what I'm talking about. I'm not even going to have to go there. But bring it. With all due respect, send it. Sincerely, U.S. I can't speak for the U.S., but I can speak as a citizen here. Seeing how normalized wars become in the Middle East, it's just like, oh, well, there's going to be another fucking war. Excuse my French. I don't think you're ever really going to get rid of the war in the Middle East or the tensions in the Middle East. I just do not see it happening.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. It's been going on for centuries. You know, Palestinians and Israelis been fighting ever since, you know, we learned about how it started in the Old Testament. Ishmael and Isaiah. Is that Isaac? It's Isaac and Ishmael. Sorry, everybody. Hit you with that Bible knowledge.
You getting a little bit of everything when you come and make a one stop here. So
yep.
Check in, tune in.
Yeah, we try to be pretty knowledgeable. Try to give you the skinny about what's going on.
The skinny.
Yep.
I like it. I gotta start using that. I'm smelling what you're stepping in.
Now, I want to talk. This is the one thing, since me being kind of, a liberal, right?
Oh, boy.
You conservative. I want to set the record straight on the gas shortage because I'm seeing all these conservative politicians talking trash, be like, oh, look at Biden. Thanks, Biden.
Hey, he is who we have to look at right now.
Yeah. But let me say a few things. All right.
Here we go.
Here's my TED Talk.
Let's go.
So, we have a few things in play here, right? The pandemic is starting to end. So when the pandemic ends, everybody gets back to work. They need more gas. Higher demand for gas. It raises the price of gas. And then on top of that, you have this thing where you shift from the winter blend to the summer blend gas. And what does that do? That raises the price. It actually takes the gasoline offline for a little bit until they shift over to the new gas, raise the price for a few weeks. On top of that, we have the cyber attack that happened. And I hate to say it, you can't really blame the Democrats for the cyber attack because we've been trying to pass the bill since 2012 for cyber infrastructure. Give an old side eye over here.
Yeah, because you ain't said it yet.
So you can't come after us.
Yeah, I can't come after you yet. You ain't made the alleged claim that most do when they're talking about this. And that is...
the Keystone?
No.
Oh.
Just the group of people who were involved in it.
Russia?
Yeah.
The Russian hackers?
Yep.
See, personally, I think that the Russians are trying to come after us from a different point. They know what Americans love. Americans love their gas prices being low. So, hey, that's the number one thing, food and gas prices.
So, if you run for office, food and gas prices, you got 3/4 of America behind you.
Yeah, if you can get the gas prices low and the food. You see, when Donald Trump was in office, I'm glad he's out. I am. Chris, sorry. I'm just glad he's out.
The nerve.
So what Donald Trump did was he actually forced producers to produce as much gas as they could, and it actually tanked the oil and gas industry to where they were on the verge of bankruptcy because he wanted lower gas prices. Okay, it might have worked, but if he would have closed those oil and gas companies, then we would be seeing a lot higher gas prices at the pumps because it'd be less oil and gas companies and we'd have a monopoly.
Oh, I just had to pull my source up from the alleged Russian title we're given to the dark side. So it turns out that the dark side, the team of skillful hackers that put the ransomware on the pipeline or software, whatever you have it, their home area is Russia, but this all kind of come out the Middle East. That's what I was pulling up here. So
what's the source?
Oh, hold on. It is AnthonyBLogan.com. Provides you with
yeah, he's a very well known source. Not.
Hey, very reputable. I think reputable. I think that's what it is. So I don't know. I can say this because I just gave the website name, right?
Yeah.
So I should be able to say this. Okay. So the pipeline company, the Colonial Pipeline, paid the hacker group DarkSide nearly $5 million in ransom to get their systems back operating. The money was paid through an untraceable cryptocurrency.
Yep.
And reports say that it was paid almost immediately after the attack. DarkSide gave Colonial Pipeline a slow-acting decryption tool to restore
didn't
their
work,
systems.
Yeah.
After payment was rendered. The slow nature of the tool is probably what caused the pipeline to be down as long as it was. Multiple news outlets, the pipeline was hacked with ransomware or a type of virus that prevents the operation of a computer and or system. This event happened on the 7th of May, and Colonial announced that their pipeline was back online by the 13th. Almost a full week of disruption for a pipeline that provides, nearly 50% of the eastern side of the world over here in the U.S.
And what I got to say is, how come this company that provides 50% of the gas to the East Coast, what were you thinking? You didn't pay the extra money to have better cybersecurity experts working for you. You know, you just let some simple Russian hacker group hack into your system and disrupt the entire United States. Could throw us into another little mini recession if it would have went on for too long.
I mean, could you imagine if this ransomware happened in the middle of us tracking and storing the COVID data?
Yeah. Yeah.
What kind of turmoil would have been created then?
Oh, yeah.
So, me being a conservative, it's only fair for me to go after Mr. DJT in this setting, in this predicament. You probably won't ever hear this again, but DJT, I can't get behind you on this one. Because my understanding, 2017 legislation come through, and, well, it was you that we're now having to deal with this because of. Which ain't as bad as the gas, and ain't as bad as the chicken. I mean, I can go on and on and on, but ain't no need to. But so yeah, I can't give credit to Trump there. Back in 2017, he could have implemented something in play to, prevent this now. And in my eyes, that's a good way to say, okay, if he's running back again, let's think about long-term effects, because this was one of them long-term things. You was in office almost 2 years into your first term and only term, and
yes,
2 years into your only term so far, and you left the door open. You left the door open for attack, and
See, that's fair. And if I ever see something that Donald Trump did in our discussions that I like, I'll be sure to point it out. I'm not too, even though I think he is an idiot. I'd point out some good that he's done.
I got to at the end of the day.
Like, Melania, that's about it. That's about the good. That's about the good.
Melania is a very fine-looking woman, and if one thing's for certain, our 45th president had one hell of a taste. I don't see nothing wrong with that. Nothing.
Well, I mean, I'd like to say my wife looks like a supermodel too. So, love you, baby. I have to say that. She'll kill me if I don't.
Yeah, shout out to my woman for allowing us to use the setting. It's been pretty cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. We'll just trash the place 3 or 4 times. We might have to edit this out.
I'm down with that.
Sorry.
I'm so down with it. So you covered Israel. You covered the pipeline, not the Keystone, but the pipeline.
Oh yeah, let's talk about Keystone.
I mean, we can talk about
If you want to talk about Keystone, okay, everybody's saying, oh, this gas shortage, if only we had Keystone. How did Keystone affect anything? Keystone was not operational yet. It was not pumping gas through just because they stopped production on the Keystone pipeline, or construction on the Keystone pipeline doesn't mean anything. Plus, it was pushing tar sands. It was not pushing gasoline. Sorry. Go somewhere else with that argument.
So now for the workers who were working on that pipeline, thank you. I appreciate you.
Yeah, all the Canadians that were working on the pipeline.
Hey, we all need skilled labor somehow. And if it comes from a Canadian, we appreciate you.
I mean, I just don't see how the pipeline, you're pushing tar sands from Canada through the United States, through our beautiful, beautiful country, to where it could leak on our country. It don't leak on Canada. No, it would leak in the United States, and we're pushing it all the way down to the Gulf to where it could go to other places in the world. So why would we do that?
So why don't the U.S. just find a source like Canada has? Or what is Canada's main source for whatever they're trying to act like they're sending us?
Well, I mean, the United States has reached energy independence. I mean, we no longer have to, deal with Saudi Arabia. I mean, it might be cheaper for us if we got a little bit of gas from Saudi Arabia, but, the stuff that they've done over the years, like with that killing of that journalist, Jamal Khashoggi, I think is his name.
I feel like I've heard that name. I don't feel like I've heard it enough.
And their ties to the 9/11 terrorists. Yeah, we don't want to deal with them. No, definitely not.
maniacs. Oh.
What else is in the news? Oh, here we go.
I got one.
You got one?
Yeah.
I got one.
Wear the mask or take the vaccine.
Well, I haven't got the vaccine yet, but I am getting it. I'm definitely getting the vaccine because I do not like wearing a mask. I do
not like wearing a mask, but I have some medical concerns that would prevent me from wearing said mask. So we're going to have to come back to me, apparently. We didn't think about me in this plan, or people with underlying health conditions in the respiratory area.
Well, I just had a heart attack, so,
Well, it's not good for you, but I'm glad you're still kicking, man.
Yeah, me too. I'm fat. I like food. It's cool.
Who doesn't like food? Food is a natural emotion.
But the one I was going to talk about, though, is this upcoming fight.
Oh!
Yeah.
Okay.
So we got Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather.
Money Mayweather.
Yep. Speaking of money, we got a little bet going on. Yep.
We do got a bet going on.
Little hundo. He's got the YouTuber, and I got the champ.
I got the YouTuber on... Look, I'm going to go ahead and tell everybody. Y'all going to see it tonight. Logan Paul is going to have the greatest upset in sports entertainment. Not sports, but sports entertainment. So, what was the biggest upset prior to that in sports entertainment? Okay. Probably Brock Lesnar beating The Undertaker at WrestleMania, snapping his undefeated streak. That's a case of what you're about to deal with. Logan Paul is about to snap Mayweather's streak. I think this is solely a money scam. Not a scam because, I'm buying into it. It's not a scam if I'm buying into it. Yeah, wait.
I mean, I think Logan Paul goes down quick. I think he gets knocked out. And I think that since Jake Paul was banned, I think he's going to show up. It's going to be like a WWE event. Oh. He's going to knock him out, and then he's going to run to the ring, and he's going to take the belt or take whatever. He's going to say, "Oh, I got your belt."
It's going to turn into a movie. Got your belt.
And then he's going to say, "If you want it, then you're fighting me." And then he's going to run off with it, and then it's going to be on.
And then Mayweather's not getting his belt back. If a Jake Paul and Mayweather fight happen, we're going to have to talk about that one. Because Jake Paul has got a fucking mean right hook. I'm just kidding. Mayweather would probably slaughter him.
I mean, Mayweather's old, but I think he's going to gas him.
I think at some point physics have to come in whenever we're talking impact. And Mayweather's 5'8" on a good day. Probably 120 pounds soaking wet. Logan Paul is 6'2", 6'3".
It's like 190.
I thought he was... Okay, Mayweather might... How much does Mayweather weigh? Like 140?
I think he's like 150 or something.
I know there's a 40-pound weight difference.
Yeah.
So, you tell me, do you want to take a 40-pound dumbbell to the jaw? Being Mayweather size?
I mean, he's got to catch him first.
That is true. But, yeah, that's true. That's true. How healthy is Logan Paul, though?
I don't know. We'll see after he's in the ring for a few rounds.
Oh, I think it's going to be a spectacle. I mean, I don't know if you've seen the... Yeah, you did. You made a pretty funny comment about it. So there's a video clip that went viral. Logan Paul dropped like 2 days ago, I think. It's him dropping the Gronkowski brothers. That was plural. So it was Rob, the other one. Yeah. I don't know how many there were, but at one point, it took like 2 hits. Logan Paul dropped one of them. He was bigger than him. And then he turns around, looks at the camera, he's like, "Dropping like flies, baby." And I'm just like, okay. Seeing him do that to someone bigger than him gives me hope looking at Mayweather for this fight, but I don't see it.
So I said that, he's dropping people with traumatic brain injury. So it's not, CTE in football is real. So, they're already slow,
Very real thing.
The longer they were in the league, then, the slower they are,
Okay.
apparently. I don't want to anger any Gronkowski fans.
All right.
But, he reminds me of like a human Groot.
Human Groot. I do got a question. This is more of an opinion, though. Opinionated answer. So, how much money do you think as a total will be profited? Not, per person, but a total number off this fight or this mega event?
I don't know. I have to see how many people watch the pay-per-view. The Askren fight was like, what, $100 million?
Top 10 in all-time best-selling boxing pay-per-view.
And nobody knew who Ben Askren was before this fight.
Exactly.
People had to look him up, So, I don't know. Two known people. People are going to have to look up Logan Paul before they look up Mayweather. But just Mayweather being there, yeah, it could,
it's going to be insane.
300, 400 million.
Mayweather's already been guaranteed to walk away with $100 million just from showing up. You show up, you walk out with $100 million if you show your face.
Yeah, he'll buy 2 watches with it.
He'll buy 2 watches. Yeah, man, he probably will. Get a platinum styled glove, just
probably
gold-plated fucking glove.
Get a 24 karat gold toilet seat.
Logan Paul's gonna get a fucking play button.
No, he'll probably get a grill.
Subscribe.
Yeah. Like and subscribe. Speaking of like and subscribe.
Hey.
If you like us, we're two goofy boys, but,
We're bringing humor to the political realm.
Yeah, it needs it.
It fucking needs
all these stiff shirts, all these, all these politicians, right? Each one of them is like over 100, okay? They all should have been out of the game years ago.
Yep. This shit right here is what's about to start forcing term limits, because we going to get to talking, and you're going to be like, oh, well, shit, I'm still seeing the same pattern. Well, okay, presidential election ain't the only election that happens, buddy. It's just the only one you know about.
Now, look, I'll make this, look, if we get 1 million subscribers, I'll run for something, okay? I'll run for office. I don't know, I might run for dog catcher. If we only get 10,000 likes, I'll run for dog catcher. If we get like 100 million subscribers, then yeah, I'll run for like Senate or something when I get old enough, because I don't think I'm old enough yet.
How old you got to be running the Senate? 70?
I don't know, 30.
I thought I only really know about the presidential criteria. I think you got to be a citizen in the U.S. for 14 years or more.
You got to be 35 to run for president.
35 years of age.
4 years away.
Damn, I thought you was already...
Yeah, I'm pretty old.
Well, I don't guess I got in too late. Got in early enough.
So, yeah, if you like our content, you want to hear more, or you want us to discuss something, go down to the comment section. We'll discuss it.
If you think anything I said might have been wrong here, like Tim Tebow being back in the league, I feel like it's a fair thing, and another thing I meant to add there, what a man. What a man from taking the attention off him at QB and saying, you know what, I'll fill the void as a teammate at tight end. And here he is. That right there shows like me just viewing that shows me more than enough if I'm a coach. Being, willing to take the next role as a tight end and, completely forget what you know at QB. I think that speaks. And a lot of people have not said shit about that. What else? I think I'll leave out. Yeah, I think that's it for me on that Tim Tebow thing.
Yeah, well,
I had to come back to that.
Can't really be mad at Tim Tebow. He's getting it done. Hey, who knows? Might have like a weird looking, Michael Jordan-esque story, where Jordan went from basketball, played baseball, sucked at baseball. I really did suck at baseball. I played baseball. Michael, if you're listening, you sucked. And then go back to their original sport and kill it. He might do it.
I'd like to see it, man.
Especially with him and Sunshine, working together.
I mean, hey, I'll go ahead and say this as well. If Kaepernick, if you're listening, man, if you listen, maybe consider a change in positions. You wasn't the best QB. I'm not trying to throw you under nothing, but you wasn't. Let's be honest. You led them to a Super Bowl. That's good. Power went out, but aside from that, I think you would make one hell of a tight end as well, or middle linebacker, or wide receiver. I mean, give it a thought.
I think I'd make a good wide receiver.
You'd make a great fullback. Refrigerator, William Perry, coming out in the middle of the hole.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know, though. I can't take a hit.
You wouldn't have to. They'd bounce off of you.
Remember one of our buddies, he's like 120 pounds soaking wet. He rocked me so hard.
You're lying.
Yeah, Calvin.
Calvin.
Gave me whiplash. Yeah, 300. I'm 300 and something pounds. I went down like a sack of potatoes.
Ain't no way Calvin done that.
Baseball, though, one of the best first basemen you'll ever see. Yeah, I'm calling people out. You remember me? You remember me playing? Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. I'm good. I ain't really got nothing else.
Uh-oh. I guess we're about to end our first episode. If we're a little goofy, I mean, we'll dial it in,
Yeah, for fucking sure. It's
But
a little long for episode 1.
I'm telling you, though, you better like, you better subscribe, or we're coming for you. We're coming
And
for your family.
We mean that in a non-violent way. YouTube.
You do? Oh, okay. Yeah, YouTube. Algorithm, don't demonetize before we're able to ties.
Yeah, we ain't even there. Y'all gotta blow this up.
Hey, I'm making a Patreon for this because I know we're gonna get like 100 million views first video because you just love us. I mean, how could you not? So, anyways, let's end this one.
Oh, you said end it. All right, hey, look, everybody, we're out. So you're not gonna stop?